I, like America, was stunned this morning to learn that John Boehner is going to resign the next few weeks. I have had a relationship with John Boehner for a long time. His becoming speaker, of course, made those relations much more close. I have not always agreed, and I wasn't always happy with what John told me, but he never, ever misled me. He never, ever told me something that wasn't true, and I accepted that. I got where I understood John Boehner very, very well. His word was always good. We had a lot of dealings, so-called back channel meetings. Everyone knows that a lot of things that we do are not in the public eye. And certainly some things we worked on together perhaps wouldn't have worked out very well in the public eye, but there are things we had to do to get things done. I had a very good relationship with John Boehner. My staff got along with his. He's had 2 chiefs of staff, and they've both been terrific to work with. My staff has reached out to them on so many occasions in very difficult times, and they had a good relationship. I have no doubt that everything that John Boehner has done has been done with fact in mind that he was doing his best for the people of his district in Ohio and our country. He had a very difficult job, Mr. President. You served under John Boehner, presiding officer. You know what a tough job he had. He had this faction, that faction, that faction, and a couple more. But by ousting a man like John Boehner, a good man like John Boehner, he is a conservative Republican. But his problem is that John Boehner has been pragmatic. He realizes there comes times when you have to make a deal. And I say to the presiding officer and everyone within the sound of my voice, I didn't know General Eisenhower, President Eisenhower, never met him, never saw him. But Ronald Reagan, I was here when he was president. And he had conservative credentials. But Ronald Reagan was somebody who understood the art of compromise. Who else could have worked out something with the Soviet Union? I'm not sure there's anybody. Ronald Reagan was able to do that. But, Mr. President, I'm so concerned. I am seeing the Republican Party, not the party of Dwight Eisenhower as I've studied him, or the man Ronald Reagan as I knew him. I just think it's very, very sad that the Tea Party caucus that Republicans leaders embraced to win seats in 2010, I guess now have taken over control of the party. To say that I will miss John Boehner is a tremendous understatement. I looked out for him in the ways that I could, and he looked out for me in the ways that he could. I will always consider John Boehner my friend, and I look forward to working with him until he leaves. I understand it's going to be in late October, but I'll continue to work with him as I have in the past to try to do what I think is the right thing for the country, as I'm confident he will.